And greeting everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, Grand Tactician just officially released the 105 patch, and trying to screen capture the official release notes, but doing something wrong here. I'll just read them out loud. A couple of the things in the battles that caught my attention. Victory points are now closer together, according to AI. Starts closer to the edge of deployment zones. AI defends closer to victory points. I felt they already were. Greetings, Ashley, FA, Mikhailia. Welcome back to the stream. Reworked AI defensive positioning. Added, and we've seen a little bit of that. We've been playing the last couple of streams with the 105 beta patch. Improved models moving across water, so no more walking on water, I think, I hope. Hey all, what's up, Randall? I think there was another thing, according to the campaign, you can engage embarked units. So maybe you can start a battle, stop river fleets from, or stop river troop transports and start a battle that way. I always thought it always felt like sometimes the Union would be going down the river and you could do nothing about it, it felt. Oh, it says intercepted troop transports by fleets are now retreating immediately. Hey, Sunflex. All right, so Steam, yeah, go to Steam if you want to read the patch notes. And take a look at the changes. You've seen a lot of the changes in the recent streams. All right, so back to this. So why don't we do another, as we always do, let's do a quick refresher on the current strategic situation for anyone that is new, and anyone that is new to the stream, welcome aboard. I hope you enjoy this. We are September 19th, 1862. And we have national morale on the Union side, 67. 25 usually is what we need to get it down to win the war. Our national morale is 98. They still have Gideon Pillow as our general-in-chief. Hopefully that changes once we press start. It's very odd that I've noticed in some of the Reddits and comments that people are noticing they're getting the same issue with Gideon Pillow being the general-in-chief of Confederate armies. He has a less than stellar reputation in history. Men fielded, we have 241,000 to our 260 to the Union 260,000. Battles won 23 to 13. I think we did lose a couple actual battles, but some of those also include sieges that we may have withdrawn from, or the Union has taken the garrison. We've inflicted 88,000 men to our 35. Our weapons industry is booming, 10.9 versus the 7.3 on the Union side. I sound a little quiet. Is this any better? Let me know if it stays very quiet. All right, so hopefully the sound quality is a little bit better, or louder, or more clearer. Let me know if you cannot hear me. That's better. Okay, maybe I was just a little bit too far from the microphone. All right, so in the east, the Union has laid siege to we tried to retake Fort Humphreys, and then we got stuck in a siege. The garrison at Washington, D.C. decided to join battle, and we have both Jackson and Ewell stuck trying to siege the Fort Humphreys. So, and we cannot assault the fort right now. We'll see if sometimes that will change if we press play, but if this is a drawn out siege, we would hope that the Union does not try to flank us from our position, although we have forts on either flank, so we're pretty secure there. We'll probably recall Stuart's corps in the valley. Either I'm thinking just recall him to the battle. I was thinking maybe he can cross and threaten Frederick, Maryland, and maybe draw some troops away from the fort. Okay, let me know if I get too loud as I overcompensate. Maybe we can draw a division from Porterfield, or a couple brigades from Porterfield, guarding the valley entrance at Stanton. So that's the situation there. I've been moving around some engineering units to try to address some gaps in our, or I perceived gaps in our line. Okay, very good. Thank you, thank you. We have the Union forces in Kentucky now trying to regroup after their defeat at, what battle was it? Dover Ferry. The Battle of Dover Ferry, which was a large affair. They lost 14,000 men there. And they're regrouping around Columbus, Kentucky, near Cairo. And we're trying to converge our forces on them. But we're still a little bit spread out, so we want to be careful. We got to be careful now. D.H. Hill's corps might be vulnerable where he's at right now. I believe there was, and then in Springfield, in Missouri, McCulloch had won a battle earlier in the fall or late in the summer, and he was trying to secure Springfield so he can march deeper into Missouri. So not a lot of time, though. Winter will be upon us soon. Well, we probably need to get Columbus. Although Columbus is not a major city. Oh, there's a engagement here at... Is that a siege? Or no, or is that a battle that we just won at Lexington? Yeah, they're retreating. Never mind. To flip Kentucky... we'll probably have to take Covington for sure. Now, Evansville is in Indiana. I don't think we need to take Evansville, but we might need to take it to secure Hartford. So I think Covington for sure needs to be taken. And at Columbus, Kentucky, we have Second Corps has 8,500 effective troops. Third Corps 6,000. So it might be deceiving. The Army of Kentucky is on paper 58,000, but this is the same army that we defeated at Dover Ferry. We do not have all of the Indian territory. We're laying siege to Indian Territory forts right now. It looks like 10th Corps will take the garrison at Washita. But no, actually, the Indian Territory forts are mostly in Union control. I think that was a policy of theirs. Indian Wars is active. There's one thing I wanted to, and this may, I don't know if this is something in place already that I had not noticed earlier, but if you, the tooltip under morale pops up and will show you, so we have unhappy officers in Beauregard's army. It will show you all the brigades that are unhappy. So, wow, Fifth Corps has a lot of unhappy brigades. Low fame and leadership. Low fame and leadership. And Fry's brigade is unhappy because he is defamed. So we may have to do a little rearranging there. On the eve of battle. Yeah, the enemy waste policy. All right, let's see who. Well, let's get rid of Fry and his defamed. Oh, it looks like we may have already done that. Or I may have already done that. I'm not. Where is Fry? Okay, maybe over here. Never mind. He is right there. So yeah, Fry is defamed, so we'll have to replace him. We can try. Now Reynolds only have 1-star leadership. Martin Smith. He's an engineer. We need decent engineers for our engineering units. Although it's good to have at least one engineer brigade in your armies. That would be cool to be able to control the British in the tactical maps. I did notice too that the British blockade is hitting New Jersey real hard. Their blockade and 95% effective. So the British, and that's for anyone new, we do have British intervention in the war now. There's an army of Canada invading northern upstate New York, threatening Rochester and Syracuse. Yeah, you're right. I just realized that the tooltip is cool, but then once I go into the army management screen, I have to kind of keep going back out to double check who's unhappy. So you can see the Union starting to scramble a little bit to now there's a second front to their north. Looks like they've invaded across into Windsor, though. Or I bet you Detroit controls that region. There's an army of Maine. The Army of Maine. The former Fry's Brigade. Correct. All right, so why don't we... So I think we went over the entire situation. Right now, our main objective is try to flip Kentucky before the winter, hold our ground in the east, see what McCulloch... Now, McCulloch, I can't spare much more resources for McCulloch, so if in Missouri, he can do whatever he can to secure more of Missouri, if possible. And then maybe in the spring of 63, depending on Kentucky, we can spare some more resources for the Western Army and try to take Missouri back. Oh yes, the Navy would be much stronger. Now, they're blockading the northern coast. I don't see any blockading around New York, though. And the Union still has their blockading squadrons right now. We do have our fleet rebuilding, as we had one successful raid and another one unsuccessful. So I have the Port Royal Squadron rebuilding. We have ships in harbor. We built a bunch of ships too. So we have some ships repairing and ships being built, but they probably won't be ready until the winter of 62, 63. Yeah, we are expanding the Navy a bit out. Just more trying to... The strategy here, the theory goes that fast ships for raiding. So we're going to focus on brigs. The only thing I don't like about brigs, now they're fast, they have no armor, so that's probably why they're but that's part of the plan, is that they have 11 knot max speed. So I'm trying to do hit and run tactics with the brigs. Mexico policy. Oh, we're all almost 6 days out from the Mexico policy being finished. All right, so that's the situation now in the end of summer of 62. Third Corps is low on ammo. Really? Alright, so first order of business, let's try to fix these unhappy brigades. Starting with Fry. Oh, we put Alexander Reynolds, and we'll see how Reynolds does. They're happy now. So see, Harrison's battalion unhappy with Captain Harrison, low fame and leadership. There's Harrison. Yeah, he's 1-star fame, so I guess we can replace him. So we have any artillery officers? No, probably. So I am working on the Union campaign. It'll be a let's play in episodes. The number of officers available to you in the Union is, especially with artillery and engineer traits, is so much greater than the Confederate side. Let's okay, we need fame, high fame officers. Oh wow. I don't think I have anyone that has more fame than their current commander. Archibald Gracie has 2-star leadership. Let's see if that makes any difference. I mean, it's almost... I almost just kind of have to deal with it, I suppose. Alright, no, it felt... So Gracie's brigade is not... It's not on the list anymore. So keep an eye on the French supply situation. Anderson's brigade. Why are they not happy with George? Is it George Anderson, or is there another Anderson in this army? Why aren't they happy with George Anderson? I am not removing him from command. Because they're battle experienced? Is that part of the reason why? I've had a, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've had one officer captured. I've had one or two officers missing in action. Oh yeah, that's a good, yep, that's a good point, Randall. We could try that. I'd like to see them get further south. I mean, we can try to ride Stewart all the way. You think just like run a brigade up there? It'd be interesting to see how the Union armies react to a brigade just marching straight through Pennsylvania. Now we can detach. Here, we could. It might be worth a try. We'll do Fitzhugh. They put Johnston in command. Probably don't want to risk losing a good commander. What should we call this unit? No. Right now, no. So we'll avoid capturing Cairo. Oh yes, that's right. I forgot my ground rules. Yeah, no, I guess we could. Now the trick would be, we're still getting blockaded here. I wonder if we could even use the sea to do that. To transport them by sea. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Pemberton's nut butters are unhappy with Pemberton. We're not going to remove Pemberton. I mean, the unit is named at Walker's Brigade is unhappy with Walker. Yeah, I don't think we're going to remove too much more. Sacrificial lambs, alright. We will do that. Walker, is this the Walker Battalion then? He has no fame. He's got good initiative and leadership. Man, these Confederate soldiers very touchy about their leadership. You want us to dig trenches? Really? That was in the West Virginia campaign when under Lee at the beginning of the war. Lee was very distraught over the regular Confederate soldier at the time because they were disgusted with having to dig trenches and such. Of course, Lee being Lee, he said it in his genial manner. I guess maybe Klingman, 2-star fame. And I'm guessing those are North Carolina troops. Yeah, so maybe a political general from North Carolina will improve their happiness situation. But right now, I don't think I'm going to worry too much about the happiness situation. These generals might be able to gain more fame over time. Yeah, we'll have to work on... Right now, with the troops tied up at Fort Humphreys, I don't know if we want to... Oh, it's only 8,500. I thought that... Oh, that's the garrison strength. Never mind. It's only 80 anyways. But this Union unit was at least equal or greater in size than the 8th Corps in the Valley. Then we need our sacrificial lamb unit. I still have Stuart attached to Lee. Oh wait, but then there should be a new... Where's the new army? Oh, there's no name. Did I spell that right? All right, sacrificial lambs, right? That's what we want to call this unit, and we'll try to run them up north. So, I don't know about... That's the garrison. I remember earlier that was a larger force, unless they've removed. I feel like the garrison is blocking the actual Union unit. I mean, we can edge in there. It's not even 8,000, it's only 80. But I feel like there's a full-blown corps there. But we'll try to get some... Well, actually, why don't we set our army to... Let's scout first. Alright, so... And the major battle that might occur is right here at Columbus. So I want to be careful. I don't want Hill to engage until Hampton, and even we need to get Hood's 11th Corps to battle too, and I don't want them to be 20 hours apart. There's in the U.S. there's a large isolationist isolationism is strong in the U.S. right now. So there's a very large pushback against intervention in the Ukraine. And that's, I would say, even that's a bipartisan issue too, the isolationism. It's a very weird thing to see. There's bipartisan war hawks and there's bipartisan isolationists in the U.S. That's my take on it. And the isolationist is a large group of people. All right, so the starting rounds of this fort siege, it's not very, we're kind of in the middle there. We have 2 corps engaged with 8,000 garrison troops. Yeah, cavalry raiding is okay in the north. Now, we want to be careful of raiding in Maryland in the neutral states because that will drop state support for our cause. So I really want to be raiding Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. We do not want to raid Missouri. I was trying to, that was part of Stan Wadey's large cavalry force. I started recruiting a couple large cavalry forces. That's what happened. General Hawes was originally the cavalry commander in the valley. We were getting ready to do raiding, but then the Union started invading. So Stan Waite here with the Southern Cavalry Reserve with 14,000 troopers. Once we consolidate our gains in Kentucky, if we can consolidate our gains, Stan Waite will be unleashed upon probably Ohio, maybe Indiana. It looks like a Union Corps moved south. Fort Poe Garrison. Oh, so they just burned down a depot. They must have grabbed access to a depot that we had built over here. We have one here, though, at Jackson. In another campaign, the Union will burn down depots right before you gain full control of the depot. I've seen them burn them down. We got an army of Lincoln forming in southern Ohio. 33,000 strength. All right, Stan Waite is building a fort. We're trying to fortify Louisville and Lexington. All right, just kind of double checking. We have an Army of the Atlantic. 11,000 men. I feel like we could probably spare those 9th Corps troops in other departments. Maybe we can use them to help the 8th Corps dislodge the Union presence in West Virginia. Although we might be... I could have swore that was a larger force at Fort Denison. So I wonder if we detach 9th Corps, does the Army of the Atlantic disappear? No, so his headquarters still stays there. So I kind of like that. Yeah, Stanway T. I say it both. Just like Cairo, and I hear it. I've heard it pronounced Cairo and Cairo. But you're right, it's Stanway T. So why don't we move the 9th Corps north? All right, looks like we're about to... So, Jackson's taken over the siege of Fort Humphreys. It looks like we're starting to gain the advantage there. Where's our sacrificial lamb? I do like that the Army headquarters did not disappear. Although they still listed as 11,000 strong. Alright, so... Oh, he's only has 38% supply ratio. Let's, I guess we'll let him get supplied before he goes north. Army of Ohio is in retreat right now. So we won't be able to engage them yet. I mean, we can do rear... I think they're doing rear guard action. Glorious victory at the Atlantic. Atlantic squadron in retreat. 2 enemy ships sunk. So that must be the... That must be the British Navy. So the British helping lift the blockade. Our division has withdrawn in the face of the enemy. Fort Potomac garrison. Oh, that's right here. Why is he retreating out of the fort? So our other fort garrison on the Potomac is retreating. I think it just shows battle tonnage, or not battle, Navy tonnage. They have a lot, 197,000 naval tonnage right now. I mean, we could so flying flotilla, 10 ships, 11 ships, but 11 ships, the Atlantic blockading squadron, 11 ships with 376 guns. So those are some big boys right there in the Atlantic squadron. Flying flotilla. 10 ships, only 100 and some guns. 9 ships, 81 guns. So this home squadron's probably got smaller ships. And then Portland squadron, 10 ships, 190 guns. So the depot at Springfield, Missouri will be done in 9 days. Once that's done, I'm going to move McCulloch out. I need to get a engineering unit though to finish that fort at Springfield. Ledbetter's, but I have 2 other engineering units moving westward. So actually, why don't we'll move Little all the way to Springfield. He probably doesn't want to go that route. Is there a yeah, we have we're not being, right now the entire blockade's lifted. Wow. I don't see any blockade against us. Now we can look at the Union ports and look at the ports in New Jersey 100%. So the British have blockaded the New Jersey coast, the Jersey Shore. Doesn't look like they're blockading the New York harbor. So battle, Fort Humphreys is considered a battle, not a siege. It's a fort battle. Is that 2 corps? So is that actually 14,000 men now? Yeah, so the Union now has 14,000 men engaged in battle. Alright, we're actually going to send Stuart over to reinforce. We could even use the 9th Corps maybe to help with Fort Humphreys and then move to help in the valley. The British, let's see, the Army of Canada is listed as 21,000 strong. I don't see any other British armies though. That doesn't mean they're not there. I just don't see them. You'd think we would have better idea of how much men they had. What do we have to remove out of the French's way? They're not involved yet. Humor and tea. That's what the British bring? Oh, great. Oh, great. Did they burn? I could have swore I had a depot here. They're resupplying, but... we better get a depot built at Lexington. Although we're drawing supply. So we should probably upgrade Harrodsburg Depot. Who's unhappy in Longstreet's army? My God, there's 5 brigades unhappy? All right, let's keep an eye on the situation near Columbus, Kentucky. September 20th, 1862. Victory at Fort Humphrey, so that should free up some troops to maybe push the Union out of West Virginia. Ewell earned himself a perk. We'll do flying column. Oh wow! They might have to tweak. They might have to tweak this a little bit with the unhappy, all the unhappy units. I mean, we'll see if it even affects anything in battle. I mean, it affects morale a little bit for sure. See, Kemper's brigade is unhappy with Colonel Kemper. Let's see. Kemper is a 3-star famed general with 2-star leadership, and all stats moving up. So I'm not removing him. Maybe they're unhappy with Pickett. We could probably... Looks like that fort was destroyed or reduced, but we're rebuilding it now. The regulars are always unhappy. And again, they usually fight very well. There's probably just more about they're not at their best efficiency. No, the fort, we don't hold the fort at all. It's being rebuilt though. We don't Fort Humphreys we don't hold. So it was considered a battle, not a fort siege. It was a fort battle. And the reason being was the Union moved across the Potomac. We were sieging, I think we were sieging the fort, and they attacked us from the D.C. garrison. Yeah, right now we're trying to converge on the armies at Columbus. All right, so Johnston's being attacked at Kentucky and Lexington by Isaac Stevens. Now again, the Stan Wadey is 39 hours away, so we really only have 19,000 men. Actually, about 28,000 men. 9,000. So the battle will start off with our 9,000 versus the 14,000 of the Army of Ohio. So the Army of Ohio didn't retreat back. We defeated them, and they just sat there. They didn't retreat very far. Oh yeah, I knew what you meant, Marine Willis. When you do regulars act, you get those high quality regular troops. They start off, I think, with good training. They're never happy. But I feel like the happiness mechanic though. The brigades usually start. They're usually veteran troops that are unhappy, and so the morale is never wavering at the beginning of the battle. I'm sorry, Ashley. What was did I miss a question? All right, our scouts report the enemy is near Lexington, Kentucky, and our army is to prepare for battle. We are facing an army of Ohio under the command of Isaac Stevens with a strength of 14,000 men, 29 guns. They outnumber us to start, but we are on the defensive. We have an objective, Broomfield. Is that the only one? Yes. So we have well defensible terrain. You read it's supposed to be they want the highest famed leader, but I've tried that and nothing mattered. Upgrading the units. Heard upgrading the units. All right, so we'll be able to dig in around Broomfield. Probably put the infantry right here. We'll throw our cavalry on the flank. Well, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the bobby. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. Now, this terrain is not great for artillery, although I think we can get our boys right up here. Should we defend this line here? Maybe up a little bit. Yeah, I've said it. I've said it a bunch of times that I appreciate the dev team and this game constantly tweaking and fixing. The dev team reminds me of how Paradox was way back in the beginning of their. Although the Paradox team probably had a larger, even back then, but when they but nowadays it seems like game releases need fixes and tweaks constantly. It's just kind of how the gaming industry is. But back then, Paradox was constantly updating, and they still do, obviously. But this game reminds me of where Paradox was in the beginning of their first round of games, where the game was good, but over time became even better and better. Yeah, we have to. I keep forgetting to double check and upgrade our units. Although we have the Fayetteville rifle muskets that aren't horrible, but they're not. They're not like the Henrys. We got the Spencer carbine, so these guys have good. I wonder if how Longstreet's weapons are. I think that might have been the unit that Corps didn't have as strong units or weapons. Maybe we should go on the edge of the tree line. There, that might be a little bit better. We have 16 engineering points. We'll keep Smith in the center here. And we have Blanchard. All right, actually, this might be a better position for the artillery there. So Smith can come and support with Clayton. I mean, we just got to hold until relieved. They're unhappy with their weapons. That's why they're that's actually why they're unhappy. That 6-pound. I like the 6-pounders at the close range, but we could probably upgrade them to the Napoleon guns. One thing the scouts will not they won't venture far from the parent brigade. Yeah, we'll throw skirmishers out. rebuild there. We'll unmount the cavalry. All right, I got Cabell, Fournay, Blanchard, and Smith's Brigade. All right, let's start this. Oh, it's 7 in the morning. Probably look at the headquarters report real quick. Condition on both sides at 100. Strength report. Yeah, they have about 15,000 men to our 9,600. Major General Stevens with a corps under one division under Garfield, Buford, Van Cleve, Broadhead, and Doles. $15 guns there. They do have reinforcements. The first corps arriving in 5 hours. So they have the Army of Ohio. With 2 divisions. Campbell, Wood, Barnard, and Bringhurst under Wallace, and then Brown, Piet, Cochran, Koch, and Caruth. They have 30 guns in the corps facing us. Their best division is the 1st Division, 11 training. Ew, their training is not very good at all. So Union training is reported to be at 6. Ours is at 41. All right. Let's wait for them to arrive. I would think they're coming down the Harrodsburg Pike. What I really should do is throw... Kind of worried about Mitchellsburg. Why don't we throw some skirmishers from Smith's brigade over here, just to make sure our right flank isn't completely in the air. We can move our skirmishers forward, see if we can't see the enemy as soon as we can. I look for the dust clouds. I hear marching. All right, so we see a lead cavalry brigade. We'll have our skirmishers in the woods. So it looks like they're going straight down the pike. We can probably put Smith's skirmishers back with Smith's brigade. Hey, what's up, Jeffrey? And Deering is able to open fire. And it looks like they're going to probe our left flank. No, same campaign. This is the live stream campaign, the War of Northern Aggression, Confederate defensive campaign. I should be releasing a new Union Let's Play episode. Oh, they are coming on my right flank. When is Longstreet? Longstreet 13 hours, so they're going to try to extend our lines. We probably have no choice but to pull Smith over to our right flank. Might have to move the cavalry in a little bit. It's a small gap. Probably throw the skirmishers in there. We'll use our skirmishers to extend our line. Do we outgun them, though? We have a total of 125 guns to their 30, so we will outgun them. Now, do we outgun them right now? We have 26 guns. I think they have listed 15 guns right now. Wow. So Longstreet has 69 guns. Wow. Let's get Smith's skirmishers. Maybe a slow Bernard down in the woods there. No monuments yet. All right, so skirmishing has commenced. Ooh, that volley gave him 5 casualties to our 1. We lost 4. Oh, they didn't lose any in that exchange. Oh, come on. Really? Nine men. All right, they're up to 10. It looks like they only put one brigade on our right flank, which is good. I would hate to have Smith try to defend with one brigade. Oh, they're already wavering. That's even better. I'm going to try to get the other skirmishing detachment. Wow, they inflicted 45 casualties. So the skirmishers being very effective. In the wooded terrain. Actually, I want to... Let's choose long-range fire with Smith's brigade. Let's move them in closer, because we could probably break that 2nd Brigade unit under Bernard. But yeah, I'm sure their fire is more effective using the Henry rifles. So the Union's going to try to charge in the center there. I actually probably want to pull Fournay over. We'll turn Cabell. Let's pull the skirmishers back in. Alright, so the cavalry is going to go toe-to-toe with a full infantry brigade. That might get a little dicey. Actually, let's turn Blanchard's guns on. Who are we facing? Cochrane. I want artillery support on the flank of Cochrane's brigade. Let's see how these Spencer rifles do. They're within our range, so they've had to march within our range of the Spencer rifles. They have a rate of fire of 16 shots a minute. They're still idle, though. If Smith, actually, why don't we focus our attention on, if Smith can break the 2nd Brigade, then we can move him back to help support that attack on our front. Yeah, there's cover in the forest, and you're less accurate in the woods. Alright, so Cabell opening up on 1st Cavalry now. Let's bring in our scouts. All right, let's watch the Spencer rifles in action. Yeah, they're definitely... That's a tough assault for that Union brigade. Wow. Look at that rate of fire. But they keep coming. They've lost 200 men trying to assault to our 22. They just want to try to overwhelm us with numbers. Well, Clayton's got 2,200 men to defend himself. They're supposed to be. So forest to forest fire would be less, the least accurate between the two. Smith, 2nd Brigade probably actually has a slight advantage over Smith's Brigade firing into the woods. So they're firing out. Although technically they're probably still firing through the wooded terrain right now. Right, I'm going to move forward with Smith. But they have made it to the entrenchment line. Oh, now the hand-to-hand fighting, so they've... Oh, they broke Clayton. I should have had him fall back. But I think they're broken too. Oh, they broke back. Oh, I didn't realize that Blanchard's guns were broken too. That's not good. We need to get Fournay over here in the woods. Yeah, I should have had Clayton just start falling back and just keep up the fire. But sometimes they'll break and run if they fall back. Oh, yeah, I should have changed the short range. You're right. Good call. Although they drove back. No, you can't change it on the cavalry, though. You can't change the range on cavalry. All right, Cabell is taking artillery fire, so they've got their guns in play. Although that's Fournay. So Cabell has lost 347 men. I really want to break this Union brigade. I don't want to rush them, though. I just want Smith to keep firing. Oh, Clayton almost was rallying. All right, come on, Magruder, rally your men. They're at medium range. Let's see, our guns are not firing. Maybe we'll do some counter battery fire. Fournay, I want you in the middle here. Or on the left. Get on the left of Cabell. Alright, so Clayton is starting to rally. They've rallied around Johnston. Yeah, it's going to take a second for them to rally. Oh, who got the more? Slack is routed. We've inflicted 1,400 casualties. Although 792 to ours. I think Cabell is in the way. Oh, you mean, oh, turn Daring's gun on the 2nd Brigade? I keep ordering Fournay into the woods, and he will not move. Now he's blocking the line of sight of Daring's guns. I think Cabell needs to fall back. Well, if Fournay won't move, we can lay him down. Cabell struggling to fall back. Now he's starting to fall back. We'll order the guns to fire on that 1st Cavalry Brigade. So Fournay and Cabell just switched spots now, which is good. Now Fournay's not coming under artillery fire anymore. Cabell still is, but it's fallen back. These guns are not firing though. We've laid Fournay down. Let's pop up, and start firing. First Cavalry's lost 800 men. Slack is wounded. Alright, Cabell fell back in good order. Alright, I'm going to charge this Union Brigade from the flank so I can just drive them out of the way, and then we'll use Smith. Hopefully Smith won't be too exhausted from this. I mean, that should break them from the flank. And they are broken now. Still only 11 in the morning, so there's a lot of time. They might have reinforcements on the field. Not yet. Their reinforcements are arriving sooner than Longstreet. Oh, it's 5 hours. It's only been about 3 to 4. That's Fournay's detachment. Let's pull in his detachment. Not for 10 hours. So we really could use Clayton. He only lost 109 men. And they were broken by that charge. So we really need them to rally. Especially since the Union Brigade, they took some guns too. Try to get our commanders to rally. We might have to fall back to Broomfield. As they have reinforcements. So Smith is there to support. Just gotta watch our left flank now. Alright, cool. Clayton is starting to recover. They're unstable though, so we need to give him more time. Because he was putting up some real good firepower at short range. Seems to be a slight lull in the battle, though Fournet's keeping up the heat. We keep Cabell in the woods here. They're trying to do some counter artillery fire on Daring's guns. I feel like they're getting ready to assault Fournay. So Magruder holding his ground, but barely. All right, Clayton's up to nervous, 37% morale. This must be really tough terrain. Cabell's having all kinds of problems maneuvering in it. Receiving artillery fire too. Alright, falling back. Who else is... Magruder is wounded. Probably have my commanders up too close. Trying to have them rally. Jesus Christ. Fournay just got killed in action. So Daring's trying to help hold the line. It's idle now. Alright, so Union reinforcements have arrived. Can these guns fire on that unit? So Fournay just turned and exposed his flank to support Smith. All right, we'll start falling back. How is Clayton doing? All right, he's stable. We'll move him up. We're at short range fire. Fournay is about to break. Smith is taking casualties. Fournay is routing, so that's causing some panic in his line. Should probably get Lawton out of the way before I lose another officer. We've lost 21 people. I'm gonna suffer a major defeat here. All right, Clayton is stable. Alright, so battle is lost. Morale of your troops is cracked. Well, ain't that something? Yeah, I lost 23% of our force. Now they drive back that cavalry brigade. So Smith is able to hold the rear guard. Although we better be careful here. We're gonna go over the 24% amount and suffer a major. Cabell trying to form up. This terrain right here is really deceiving. Cabell's been hampered by this terrain in the woods, this rough terrain. He's been very slow to move. And there's the major. Yeah, Smith has done a good job. Unfortunately, if Clayton didn't break on that charge, and again, in hindsight, maybe we should have had him fall back before the enemy got too close. But I was surprised that the Union Brigade didn't break before the charge. We're gonna try to make them pay. Yeah. Yeah, you can't change the range. You can change the fire at will, but they'll adjust their ranges. So major defeat, but we inflicted 3,200 to our 26, so still higher losses on the Union side. Very unfortunate. But I think we'll recover. We have Longstreet. Longstreet did not even participate in that battle, so we might be able to regroup quickly. I might call in Stan Watie over to assist Longstreet. We'll start shipping Longstreet all those Henry rifles, and then the Bluecoats won't know what happened, what hit them. Disaster at Lexington. Major General Blanchard loses. Actually, Clayton hurt that battle. I'm very disappointed with Clayton. Morale is confident with supply situation critical now, though. Army of Kentucky fleeing in panic. Yeah, why don't we pull? We're going to pull in Stanwady. Let's consolidate our forces. We're going to double time it. Let's see, Barksdale Brigade. Or division. Must not have any Henry rifles. Spencer repeating, so we don't have any Henry or repeating rifles right now. All right, so we'll pull in Longstreet and Stanwady to Harrodsburg, but it looks like they'll take Lexington will fall. We weren't able to finish that fort. So the British invasion in the north. Why is Fort Poe is taken? When did Fort Poe fall? All right, something that doesn't make any sense. Let's see. Magruder's wounded too, so we'll have to replace him. I think that army did. We have Sterling Price available. All right, Price will take over. Slack needs to be replaced. Gustav Smith did a good job, though. Cabell did all right. Fournay got killed in action. Oh, he's not. If he was defamed, he wasn't defamed for long. So it's not showing up. We'll take it, though. We'll take it if he wasn't actually defamed. The price is right. The price is wrong. Yeah, I don't know how this Fort Poe is on the Union side. I don't remember that being like that. I thought we took it. Alright, so maybe let's switch to regular operation. So maybe there isn't a large force there. We're back into a siege now of Fort Humphreys. Alright, so it should... We'll hit auto resolve, so we should actually take Fort Humphreys now. So 8,500, Army of the Potomac, 8,500. Second Corps, 5,500. First Corps, 41,000. That must be part of the Army of Washington. So with Jackson and Ewell, Lee has 36,000 men to defend that Potomac line. I don't think so, Randall. I think it might be... It could be something with the save game just reverting back to something because of the 105 update. Or... I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think they did. There would have been a siege battle for Fort Poe, unless I didn't completely take that fort. Ah, they have that ferry crossing. Oh well, not going to worry about that. We'll take it eventually, and too many forts. There's probably going to be a battle here soon. Let's inch Hampton's corps forward. Yeah, so that's Trappier. He's got Henry rifle. Oh, wow. So this Johnson's division and Hill's corps has Henry rifles and a Sharps rifle. Look at Johnson's stats. This is the Ultima ratio. Oh, we have 6-pound Whitworths and 12-pound Whitworths. I like it. 6-pound Whitworths, 5 rounds a minute. Let's see what else is available. 12-pound Iron Napoleon. We could give him the 20-pound rifle, Parrott rifle. Three-inch ordnance, 2.5 weight, range. The 3-inch ordnance still has longer range. Excellent accuracy. What's the accuracy on the Iron Napoleon? Poor. We'll leave the 3-inch ordnance. All right, so moving on to September 22nd. Fort Humphreys falls back in our hands. Haig surrenders. Ooh, someone's broken. Ooh, Arkansas squadron is disintegrated, so it looks like there was a naval battle. Well, maybe they did take Fort Poe by in a river offensive, because that Arkansas squadron was right here. Well, it looks like the Union is starting to actually build river fleets, so maybe we need to consolidate our river fleet. I don't even know how strong that fleet was. Oh, you know what? Maybe, you know what? See, they should have been drawing supplies. Maybe they ran out of supplies and disintegrated. All my other... Huh. Well, why don't we send the Mississippi Squadron down here to investigate? Army of Michigan. Army of Ohio. 12,000. There was more men. Army of Pennsylvania, 19,000 men. That's first corps. So we basically have the two corps here. 8,000 and 19,000. Yeah, you can put them on defensive stance, so we could probably, yeah, if we set them all to defensive stance, they won't engage themselves, and they'll try to retreat in face of a superior enemy. So that might be a good idea to set our fleets to defensive. We're using them more as river scouting. Now that's an example right now of the AI catching up to our strategy has always been just to kind of scout the rivers. We might, now that as the game gets patched up, we can't take the river war for granted. Maybe what we can try to do, we can start building. Why don't we do one ironclad? So we have a timberclad. I don't want that schooner. Oh, we have a lot of ships in harbor. We can start building a small river attack fleet. Maybe we already had this timberclad. They're at 100%. There's double ender available to us. They don't have any armor. Gunboats have timber armor. Ironclad gunboat ram with iron armor. What's the building cost? 110 machine parts. We can do the cottonclad. They have iron armor. Ironclad river gunboat. They're probably the most expensive with 17 guns. We could just build one of those. We're going to build one of those and put them in the... They'll be in the New Orleans squadron. So one mega ironclad river ship. we have anything that can take? We have the engineers building there, but no other forces. I don't want to be distracted with Fort Poe. Supply situation looks okay on Beauregard's army. Actually, let's take a look at Fort Humphrey's situation right now. Magruder's in retreat, losing some men in rearguard action. We can attack. Let's attack Fort Denison Garrison. We can try to re-garrison the... I guess we could send the Fort Potomac #1 garrison to Humphreys. Where is the... Now, is that a field army? Yes. Are they considered a field army now? No, yeah. I don't know. Good. That's actually... that wasn't always like that. The garrisons sometimes wouldn't be considered field armies. Alright, that'll be easier. I still have to scroll through all the garrisons, though. We said Fort Humphreys. Are you concentrating your forces in central Kentucky? No, we the Union has I'll show you in a second here. We're consolidating forces in western Kentucky. All right, so we'll throw they'll be at Fort Humphreys in 2 days. So that's one thing though. The division command has a couple guns in it on these garrisons. I guess we'd have to move them up to transfer them in. I guess we can't even eliminate that. Not in central Kentucky. Well, I am right. Right here, Longstreet and Stanwady are consolidating with what we have, but the greater consolidation is in western Kentucky with Beauregard's Army of Western Kentucky with 55,000 men. Yeah. Johnson's pulling in his men around Harrodsburg. Well, Price has got a lot of perks already. All right, September 22nd, we're going to move on to the 3rd now. Glorious victory at Fort Washita finally falls. Alright, let's see his supply situation. He's drawing supplies from the river, so he's good there. So we'll let them consolidate their victory and maybe move out from Fort Washita. We are upgrading the Harrodsburg depot. Their supply situation is fine though. He's low on they're low on food and ammunition because Magruder lost the battle. Anytime after any battle, you use up a lot of supplies and you lose even more if you lose. So Magruder, which is priced now, has critical supply issues, although he's drawing supplies now. So he'll be fine. Yeah, and their speed of resupply is good. They're 100% supply ratio. So I imagine the Union will probably move to eastern Kentucky. That's fine. Almost kind of, if they move south into eastern Kentucky, that's fine. We'll collapse upon them from the rear and flank. I would like to get Price's corps reorganized and ready for battle. We'll lead with Longstreet, and then once Price is recovered, we can use them as a reserve. And Stan Wadey is now with us, so that's good. We should probably... So we got Ledbetter finishing the fort there. Little's engineers, we're going to send them to Louisville to finish that fort. No, you need troops in the dark circle range to complete, but any troops will do. So Stan Wadey complete this one at Harrodsburg. Now you can upgrade. I'm pretty sure you can upgrade without troops present. Yeah, I believe you can upgrade the depot without troops in the area. Doesn't look like there's a Union force, so maybe there was one squadron that was low on supply that I missed. I mean, every time I've checked, they're getting supply. Oh, was there the CSS Baltic? Why are they in the? Oh, the New Orleans squadron is actually on the river. All right, so why don't we put the CSS Baltic in harbor? I didn't know they were actually out on the river. Actually, we're going to put them all in the harbor. So do we have a couple ships ready to... We can create a small reconnaissance fleet. Let's go out of Memphis. Let's see what we have available to raise troops. We have 87,000 recruits. We've been trying to handicap ourselves in manpower. I guess we should probably start recruiting another army maybe at Chattanooga. Or even Decatur. I don't have a depot at Decatur. Alright, we'll create a new armory. We We can also recruit. We have a small recruiting center under Bragg at Richmond. Bragg has high admin, so he's a good training commander. Oh, sometimes he's 3 stars. He's been going down. Yeah, I guess we could do it in Nashville too. Nashville's got a lot of yeah. Nashville's probably better than Chattanooga. Yeah, we could leave Johnston in charge of the Army of Tennessee. You can put Breckinridge in charge of the Corps. What about Henry Ashby? He's got 3-star fame. Martin Smith has an engineering background. Why don't we do, we'll do Ashby as the division commander. They assigned Fry. We'll do the political general Debrell. They automatically assign mixed muskets with new formed units. Army of the Army of the Lost Fort. Raiders of the Lost Fort. Thanks for stopping in, Jeffrey. You have take care. Have a good night or a good sleep. Let's see if we have a cavalry officer we can assign to the cavalry. And there we go. Everyone, no famous generals. So if they're unhappy with it, they're unhappy with it. They're gonna have to deal. All right, so 14,000 men recruited at Nashville. We can probably, you know what? We could probably recruit a little bit more. We'll do a brigade, one more brigade of infantry in each division. There's some pretty bad officers to pick from. Wow. Almost tempted just to keep Fry in that position. All right, so 20,000 men being raised at Nashville. That still probably leaves us around 60,000 recruits available. We can probably assign them to Bragg. And Bragg can just trade a new division. Or there doesn't even have to be a division. I'm going to recruit some more artillery. None of these are actually artillery officers. They're all volunteers. Let's go for high. Guess high admin ratings. Now let's try to weed out the best admin guys that maybe they'll be better to train with. We'll keep Fry there. I want to keep Martin Smith available just in case I want to. I need an engineer somewhere. We can. We're already built. We're waiting on these brigs to finish. They're at 49%, 50%. So we can create. Pretty sure if I create a new fleet out of Norfolk, and then I can pop those brigs into the Norfolk squadron. But we're gonna let them stay in harbor and build there. Lurk to your heart's content. Thanks for joining the stream, Randall. I know you'll be lurking. I think we're gonna get this battle in Western Kentucky soon. We're just gonna try to build some troops now, recruit some men now. Some more soldiers recruited as the Union's starting to pull away a little bit in manpower. Looks like their weapon industry went down. Oh, that's because of the blockade. The British blockade. That lower bay squadron triggers me. Which one? Oh, they're right there. All right, let's see. This battle's probably going to start soon. Just trying to inch closer. I mean, we could try to use the move at time. We won't do that. All right, we'll move them all together. All right. Beauregard's army moves out. Orders are given for battle. Oh, they have all their men right there. So arriving first is the 6th Corps with 64 guns. They have 104. We have 187 guns. It's 4 in the evening, so we'll probably set up the battle and then fight it the next day. We're in no rush. We'll allow our reinforcements to arrive. So, large battle. Battle of Columbus, Kentucky, September 24th. Confederacy fields 55,000 men, almost 56. Union fields 44,000 men under command of Major General Sanford. He never had much brains. He always stops to quarrel with his generals, Mary Chestnut. Oh, everyone is on the field of battle. That is very nice. Where is the objective? Oh, really? Oh, we're going to have some fighting right off the bat. Oh, that's a horrible objective to try to defend. I mean, I guess it's in open terrain, so you can put your artillery right over here. It actually might be a little bit easier to defend than I would like to admit. But we can put our artillery on this plateau area. So French's artillery reserve. Oh, they're right. We've even spotted them. It looks like they're guarding the road. All right, let's see. Army condition 100 for each side. So it looks like supplies and provisions are good. The Union Army of Kentucky. 3 corps. So it looks like they're all on the field of battle too. Oh yeah, that's what the report said. With 50, we're reporting 53,000 men here, not the 44,000. 150 guns. Command report, Major General Blanker with Terrell, Tower, Crook, and Williams. Williams is probably the best division. Oh, we fought these guys before. Brigadier General Ord, Franklin Porter, Vanderveer. Second Corps, best corps. Best division, first division, best battalion. Oh, these guys are well trained. 65. So it's not going to be like the other battle where the other guys were wavering. Try to flank the right. All right, so they have the second corps. Second corps 60 in training. The first corps is 56 in training, but their third corps is the weak one. It's only 70. It's only 8,000 men, so it's probably their smallest corps too. Yeah, it's only one division. Yeah, 34. So this first corps got 34,000 men, well trained. All right, so what's our training? Our overall training is 39. But we have good. This army has good weapons. We probably outgunned them. No, Pillow was not well regarded. I don't know why he's the commander, the general in chief. Roseannadanna, welcome to the stream, as always. So this Union army is pretty well trained. Zollicoffer's division, good training. See, Moore's brigade, 19. So even though they have about 8,000 men that are very poorly trained and not ready for action, they have a good force there. Scouting with our artillery. These are we have the Whitworth rifle guns in the Ultima ratio. Yeah, what was the when Grant surrendered to Buckner at Donelson? Buckner thought Grant was going to be favorable because Buckner loaned Grant money when Grant was really in deep debt in his civilian days. And Buckner, I think, said to the extent that he would not have surrendered if he knew that Grant was going to if he knew that Grant was going to not offer at least a little bit better conditions. And then, but because Pillow was there and basically ran away from the Donelson campaign, he I think what was the quote Grant said that Buckner said something about, I would have defended this differently if I knew this would be the terms, and Grant was, well, I would have fought you differently if I knew you were in charge, because he knew that Pillow was actually in command. So yeah, we could then hit them from the right flank through Springfield. Hampton's corps. And then we have Hood's corps. They have a good rate of fire, those Whitworth guns. Oh, they're already wavering. Why are they wavering? Those must be the third brigade or third corps troops, or second corps. Well, I forget which corps it was that they got them on the front line. Yeah, the third corps with the training of 3. That's got to be the third corps troops. They're kind of tempting us with their left flank. I don't know how far that extends, though. We're going to detach Forest. And then we'll probably use Hood to do the flanking maneuver. We'll flank. We'll ride Forrest around the flank too, and kind of scout around that Union right flank. McCulloch, Hood. And then we can use, then Hampton we'll have Hampton and Echelon to Hill's corps. I don't think they will be exhausted the next day. Where's our army commander? Might make sense to detach Hood. Yeah, Pillow was not considered a good commander. Yeah, the Donaldson affair, the Confederates kind of botched the whole defense of Donaldson. Donaldson was not could have been a much harder fort to take than Henry. Fort Henry was built on really poor defensive ground. It was the elevation around Fort Henry was higher than in a lot of spots. So same thing about like Harper's Ferry. Harper's Ferry is very hard to defend because it's surrounded by like on all sides by higher terrain. So all you have to do is get some guns up on top and pound away at the fort. Same situation with Henry. Even parts of Henry would get funded. Donaldson was different. Johnson even put like 15,000 men at Fort Henry. So, you know, if conventional wisdom was you need 3-1 odds to take the fort, Grant did not have those 3-1 odds. He had a numerical advantage, but not by much. We have 20 points. We could try to dig in. I kind of want to. We're just going to pound away at this line here, while Hood marches through Springfield and tries to hit their flank. They're probably, I bet you they're around, their flank curves around Bitter Crest. I mean, we can throw up breastworks if they go on the offensive. All right, so again, guns open up. Looks like we're out of. Oh, we moved Gracie's guns away from Brown's division headquarters. Yeah, I heard that Fort Henry is what is that? Is it completely submerged? Oh, 6-pounder guns. We got Gracie's 6-pounders. All right, let's get Hood's men moving. We will also order Forrest to scout the flank. The Union already has all the reinforcements. They should all be on the field. We'll move Hampton's men up forward. That's crazy. They move skirmishers out. We'll set those Whitworths to counter battery fire. So artillery barrage in the evening hours of September 24th. See if we're losing any men. Doesn't look like we're losing anybody. Butler's coming under attack. Well, they're retreating back. Yeah, it looks like their line does extend down the Bitter Creek line. Yeah, they're on the move. So yeah, I'm not sure if we should press the attack. Minor defeat. With so little daylight left. You can see the visibility is now lower. We're doing damage to that first battery, though, so that's good. So yeah, we'll stick with the artillery barrage for the first day. Although they're ticking up in war score because they have the victory objective. What division has the Whitworth or the Henry rifles? Spencer repeating, Sharps. Oh, that's Ed Johnson's division. So we'll deploy early, though. Although nighttime is setting in. Both sides have a lot of guns. We have about 180. They have estimated 150. This is Roseannadanna's kind of battle. He is now. So we could hit him from the right. We could even try to move Johnson and Brown on their left. Our artillery has been effective, though. 250 casualties. We'll move up Johnson and Brown. These guns are idle. We can move them up. Klingman coming under artillery fire. We'll take in the sights and sounds for a minute. Yeah, we could probably even build some breastworks. They've taken 300 casualties, all mostly done from artillery fire. Although they're doing a lot of shifting of their lines. I'm going to try to go in and try to harass their left flank there. Oh, Reynolds has mixed muskets. This must be a newer division. Try to hit him on both flanks. I didn't realize Brown's division is, they don't have good weapons. Thought I checked all that. Try to build some breastworks here. Come on. Bluff on the right would be great. Yeah, there's a lot. They actually have quite a bit of artillery right there. Should probably keep these men in the woods. Trappier's got these Henry guns. Maybe we can... It's probably a little aggressive on the attack. We'll halt him. Oh, they're going in... They're marching in column. Yeah, gas prices are getting a little ridiculous. This inflation thing is getting a real old. Why don't we halt you? We took out those guns. Oh, Trappier wounded. Only lost 25 men, but one of them is the commander. Trying to engage those guns and trying to knock some of them out with some firepower here. Right now they're firing. Let's watch the Henry rifles in action. Halt your men there, Reynolds. Halt up. Hold up. He's out of range. Right. Well, he's driven back those. I think that's probably just a detachment. They're protected, though, by... We'll probably pay a heavy price. All right, let's see the rest of the line. We've inflicted almost 1,000 casualties. Who's coming under artillery fire? Pogue is trying to build breastworks for protection. I mean, we should, end of the day, should be approaching pretty quickly. We'll just kind of keep playing around with this attack on their left. Although we probably need to get Reynolds out of... He's gone in a little bit too deep. Let's see if we can't order him back. You know, when you use the fall back order, you're supposed to fall back, not turn your backs on the enemy. Right, end of the day. We were making that first battery waver, though. Troops resupplied. Should probably pull Reynolds out of there. Oh. We lost a bunch of men overnight somehow. So with Brown's support, we will try to harass their left flank. Got Buckner over here. We're able to get in closer range now. So yeah, I kind of like the double envelope. We'll keep Walker near our guns in the center for protection. Yeah, they move these men forward. Now, again, when we start the battle, these guys might move. I'm going to have Forrest go down the railroad in behind. Yeah, McCulloch can take the flank here. One thing overnight, what does happen is a lot of times cohesion breaks. Looks like we lost a lot of men from our artillery. Huget gets a perk. Skilled laying. So we got Bartow in the middle there too. Oh, Zollicoffer. So Zollicoffer and McCulloch can try to turn the right flank. Bartow and Bate are in the center. Well, we're going to try to do a little double envelope. We'll dig in where we need to. If we need to dig in the center. If we we'll dig in with units that come under artillery fire. Throw out some skirmishers. When the day opens up with all kinds of our activity. I'll see Stevenson. Why is Stevenson moving? His cohesion is bad. Let's see if we can harass this flank on their left. I'll see these guys have a broken cohesion. So we got to let them regain their organization. Let's move up our generals too. All right, so we did push back their left a little bit, but they just fell back. So it'll be hard to get to outflank them. But we could. I see Rhodes is coming out under artillery fire. So yeah, maybe we should dig in with Trappier. Just throw up some breastworks maybe for some protection. And what we could do, try to send Rhodes against the Missouri Brigade with Withers' support. Let's see, Butler's guns. Try to silence Kelly's guns. They're on counter battery. We probably could use a little bit more artillery over here on our right as well. Let's move up. Let's move up Huget. Well, he's firing. Let's move. Actually, let's use Gracie. We'll detach him. Rhodes is coming under heavy fire. We got the Hayes' brigade. All right, we got him on the flank. All right, Rhodes moves forward. They have the Henry rifles. So they actually fall back. The Union Brigade falls back. Let's halt Hayes though. They're trying to stay out of range of those guns. Yeah, we lost some. We must have Somehow we lost a bunch of men overnight. All right, did we regain our composure over on our left? Not yet. Although we have skirmishers out. Although Gist probably needs to recall those skirmishers. So action on the Union left. We'll wait until the left can regain cohesion. Well, I like how they're falling back. We can now turn the flank a little bit more. All right, what's going on here? Why are they moving back that way? Rhodes, you let Hayes fend for himself. You're supposed to be there and support. Although it looks like they're bringing in a lot of men over on their left. My butler is idle. Withers has the Sharps rifle, so let's get Withers maybe on the yeah. Rhodes has been not responding to my orders. Where's your headquarters? All right, Johnson, you got to move up. Trying to engage with the Henry rifles. All right, so Rhodes not under artillery fire anymore, so that's good. We're firing on Trappier, who's trying to dig in a little bit. You say split the line in half, not harass the flanks? He's not even firing. All right, there we go. So Trappier and Rhodes unleash some fury. Finally getting those Henry rifles going. But he's already taken 319 casualties. Finally getting our superior gun power in action, although it took a minute. So we got their left busy. They must be weak in the center. We could do a grand charge in the center. All right, so it looks like we've regained cohesion on the left. We'll order Tillman across with Greg forward long, Gist. All right, so let's engage on the left for the Union right. So the Hayes having trouble actually falling back because he keeps turning his flank. Well, we'll see how these attacks on the flanks go, and then we still have men in the center. I mean, we could push forward with bait. Oh, wow. Klingman's been under heavy fire. He's idle. Yeah, they're definitely moving to their left and to their right. Forrest, is he still detached? Yeah. But taking his time to move across the river. How's the action on the right going? Right, Rhodes is suffering some heavy casualties. So I maybe have him fall back. Let Withers kind of take over a little bit. 2nd Brigade, 250 men. 250 there. Maybe medium range. All right. All right, so Rhodes trying to fall back. We got Trappier and Withers supporting. Trying to get a medium fire range there. We can move Anderson to the left. And then on the right flank, on the Union right, and we're still taking too many casualties. All right, Tilghman trying to outflank the Union right flank there. If you lay down troops, isn't their fire more inaccurate, though? Although he might lay them down because this Butler can't get a line of sight on the infantry. We could lay down roads, maybe. And that way we can move in Butler to support. We're going to move in on the center now that their right seems to be fully engaged. Rhodes is losing men. Let's get Hill over to support. Buckner's in range. You can move forward. See, Deschler and Walker in reserve. All right, we'll have Trappier fall back. Anderson's there to take over. So Butler with his rifled artillery coming into support. We also have, we do have Gracie in place there. All right, Wither's doing a nice job. All right, back to the Union right flank. We'll keep moving forward. We'll call in these skirmishers. Oh, they sent. Oh, wow. They've got some exposed units there in the center. Can Klingman fire on them? We got to bring more of our guns into bear. We gained a perk. We'll give him the Iron Discipline. Yeah, Reynolds has seen a lot of action too. I'm trying to get Deschler and and Walker involved. We can move Reynolds to protect that flank there. We hate to see the Union start moving in the center. Forrest is finally on the move on the far left. Garnett coming in on the flank of that 1st Brigade. See if we move Bloodsoe up, we might be able to take these guns here on the Union right. Yeah, he was mauled on that first day. All right, so the skirmish line from Gregg and Long, they are exhausted. So the Union brigades in the center, though, they've gotten isolated from the rest of their line. We should be able to do some damage on them pretty good. All right, what else do we have in reserve on our left? Oh, Zollicoffer. I think Zollicoffer just has the 1 brigade. We need to bring up these other guns. All right, let's bring up LZ2. Let's see, Shelby. Can he get up on this hill? Yeah, lay down long. And then Shelby should be able to fire. All right, so those units in the center are broken. So Pogue and Moore can probably try to attempt to take those guns. What's up, Colton Burke? Let's see how our right is doing. No time for laying down. Oh, they got a lot of men on their left. All right, we're still counter battering. All right, Anderson's engaged. We'll go with Deadly Volley. He just earned a perk. See if we can't do medium range. Trappier fell back. Well, Butler's now getting flanked attack. Can Gracie turn his guns? Yeah, they're turning. If we can engage our artillery with that first brigade. Fire at will. Let's try to pull roads out. Yeah, we could probably move Stevenson up. We're going to move Forrest right in the rear. All right, back on the left. See, Long's brigade is ordered to lay down. It looks like their right is falling back. All right, Pender is in there. Is that a detachment? So they're falling back on their right a little bit, readjusting. It looks like they're probably trying to cover their center now. Pillow must be present. It looks like some of the units, though, on their left are starting to break down. Let's take stock of the situation. See, Rhodes is pretty expended. Withers is kind of... he's low on ammo now. We do have Walker. Why don't we move Walker over? See, Anderson has lost a lot too. All right, so it looks like we'll try to hold them here on their left flank. Keep pushing on the center and the right. I'm going to detach Bledsoe. See if we can't grab those guns in the center. Looks like they might actually be trying to attack on the right, on our right. Anderson's probably going to have to fall back. And he's getting low on ammo. They're about to call the retreat, though, too. All right, let's press the attack harder on the Union left then. Who's rack Anderson? Yeah, Anderson's under a lot of fire now as he's falling back. You can tell they're definitely ordering like a general retreat. Greg attacking aggressively, but exposing his flank. All right, time for an all-out assault now. We'll pin those guys down there. Looks like there's a broken Union brigade there. 2nd Brigade is wavering. We ordered Bledsoe over to the right. He hasn't moved yet. Well, these Union brigades are covering their artillery. We might be able to grab these guns here. Do they change? Forrest finally joining the battle. We can probably mount up with Tillman. Alright, why is the... My enemy is retreating. Let's see, the charge command is not working. Only sometimes it's working. There. Okay, finally got it to work there. Oh, did Tilghman get broken? So they're still got a lot of good ordered brigades, though, so I need to be a little bit more careful. We'll just let the clock wind down. Battle of Columbus ended September 25th with a Confederate major. Due to his honors, Brigadier General French has become famous. And you know what we didn't look at? We didn't look at casualties on the headquarters map, on the headquarter reports. I wanted to do that. I think French must have had a lot of artillery casualties, not inflicted. Glorious victory at Columbus. First Corps fleeing in panic. Right, so it looks like they already retreated to Cairo. Or we've lost contact with the Union Army. Fort Denison garrison is reported to have withdrawn in the face of troops. So that puts the strategic situation 65 national morale And 97 morale for us. We've inflicted 104,000 casualties to our 45. Yeah, there's a couple divisions that are not upgraded or still need to be upgraded. All right, let's take a look. It was just the one division. Was that Brown's division? All right, so now they no longer have the mixed muskets. So it looks like Beauregard's army, that was the one division. They are upgraded. Supply situation. No real issues with the supply situation. I mean, we lost a depot here at Lexington. So Magruder was replaced with Price. So they're consolidating down. Longstreet is supplied. So Price has got a bad supply situation because, and actually he's recovered already. But from the battle at Lexington that we lost. But he's recovering his supplies already. You want the 20-pound Whitworth? Well, looks like Imboden's artillery earned himself a perk. See if we have a 20-pound Whitworth. Not available to us right now. Marmaduke in charge of some cavalry. Yeah, we're probably going to be wrapping it up. Yeah, I believe we got the upgrades in I think it was Longstreet that needed upgrades. We got those upgrades done. Sharps. Maybe these field guns. Although I like the cavalry with the lighter artillery. The horse artillery for speed. I don't know how much of an effect it has. So those 6-pounders only weigh about 880 pounds. All right, we'll check upgrades really quick and then probably call it a day. I've got the next stream scheduled for Thursday. All right, so Hunter was guarding Fort Denison. He's moving away. So the Union must have pulled there was a force at Beverly, West Virginia. Probably part of this army that's invaded northern Kentucky. You want the 20-pound Parrot? Oh, wrong army. We still got the sacrificial lamb army. Alright, there it is. Alright, the ultimate ratio. We're gonna do a 20-pound parrot. There you go. Let's throw that 6-pound Whitworth. We'll give it to Pemberton, the Nut Butters. Do Marmaduke. I think he's probably in command somewhere. Yeah, he's probably commanding elsewhere. I remember seeing him. I can't remember. No, he's not there. All right, we'll find him. Yeah, we could probably add a battery to that corps, that division. Probably need more cavalry than with Forrest. Again, this was we threw this army together to push the Union out of Western Kentucky. We've got a couple. We are recruiting more men in Chattanooga and in Richmond. And then we had that 9th Corps. They are in Lynchburg right now. And they don't have any cavalry either. All right. We'll take a look at those situations on the next one. We'll probably do a little organizing and get ready for the next campaign. Main focus will be Kentucky, so we'll probably move the 9th Corps. Probably split up the 9th Corps and divide them up among the troops in Kentucky. And try to get it to flip. We need to get Covington and drive the new Union invasion at Lexington out, which I think we should be able to do now that Longstreet is now consolidated with Stanwady. It was Magruder who was wounded in action. I also have a couple brigade commanders to exchange out of these corps that are wounded. All right, I will see you guys Thursday. That will be the next one. Take care. Thank you.